Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube video channel. My name is Siwela. I'm a bar technologist by profession. I'm the founder at Siwela Wines. I am a winemaker and I'm definitely a wine enthusiast. So welcome and Merry Christmas. So today I wanted to share with you the 3 Christmas wines from Siwela Wines. Right? So for me, this is the time where we're going to be sitting with friends. We're going to be enjoying some great food, a lot of food with friends and family. So we cannot do that without, introducing some great wines, because if we're going to enjoy wine, it better be good wine. But then how do we do that? That is why I've selected some of the wines from my collection to just give you a hint of how you can use these wines to make your Christmas lunch a spectacular one this year. I mean, considering the fact that this year has been tough on everybody, the least that we can do is end it with some good wine. So, anyways, wine and food have always had this relationship that has been so great for many years, and it's not our place to take that away. Wine and food go well together, and we just have to embrace that and enjoy it. It might be a bit complicated and difficult for some people, but it's easy. If you love the wine, find the food that will complement the wine that you're drinking. Find the food, or rather, find the wine that would balance the food that you're eating. But then that's not the topic for today. Today we're just going to go through these wines that we have that will actually pair very well with the kind of food that you're going to be enjoying. There's Christmas Day, which is tomorrow. So I'm gonna start with the Siwela Red Blend. This is actually an award-winning wine. So we just recently won a gold medal on this for the South African Women in Wine and Spirit Awards 2020. So I'm super excited and I'm so proud because I am the lady behind these beautiful wines. So I've got all the reasons to be happy. So the Siwela Red Blend, besides it being just an award-winning wine, this is a blend that constitutes mostly of a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's a blend. So in this blend, we do have the Pinotage, we have the Shiraz, we have the Sangiovese, and then we also have the Rubinais, and all of them have been put together and to make this beautiful blend. So each of these grape varietals were harvested separately, were fermented separately, were matured separately, and then only at the end were blended together to make this amazing, exceptional, great wine. So you will see that with the Cabernet constituting the most of this blend, it also stands out in terms of its unique grape varietal profile. And when we drink this wine, we get a hint of more of the dark berry fruit aromas and flavors. And you want to think something dark fruit, you want to think blackcurrant, you want to think all those black fruits that you can never think about, and it also has that herbaceous character to it, and it's thanks to the Cabernet Sauvignon. And for many people who love Cabernet strictly because of its tannin structure, this beautiful wine also offers you a smooth, it's quite smooth in the palate, and you will see that the tannins are not harsh, but they're very gentle, they're very welcoming, they're very smooth, they're very almost unnoticeable, but they're just easier to take. It's not an intimidating wine, but it's quite the wine you want to serve to people that are good at, people who enjoy a good wine. And it's something that you can always serve to anybody, and they are 100% most likely to like it, because it's just that kind of wine. It's just the balance between everything. It's a great wine. Anyone can enjoy it, and there's no doubt about that. So this beautiful wine is the kind of wine you want to enjoy alongside the red meat dishes. So you want to think oxtail, you want to think steak, anything red meat. This wine will be the go-to wine. And you need to also be cautious how you're going to be serving this wine. Typically, it's important that you serve the wine at the right temperature, and right temperature is anything between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius. So here we want to put the wine in the fridge 15 minutes before we actually serve this wine. And if we're not going to finish the entire bottle of wine, it's much recommended that you cap it. Make sure it's properly closed. And if you don't have a proper closure, you might want to get yourself one of those what do we call them, one of those equipments that help you to close the bottle of wine. So you keep it in the fridge for a couple of days, 5 days maximum, and make sure that you also position it on its like sideways, and you just can enjoy it over a couple of days, because wine does get to a point where it literally is not good anymore. It sort of like wears off. So that's expected. As long as you are able to take care of it, you are going to continue to enjoy the wine. So obviously this is the kind of wine that you can also enjoy on its own while you wait for the supper to be served. While you wait for everybody to come through, you can still enjoy the glass of wine. So most importantly, this is the kind of wine that will keep you alive for the longest time, because it's good for your body, it's good for your health, it's good for your happiness, it's good for your everything. So moving on, and the next one would be the Chenin Blanc. Well, the Chenin Blanc is not our award-winning wine, but this is the kind of wine that would be a great offer to somebody who does not enjoy the red wine. The Chenin Blanc is mostly known to be very versatile. It's kind of like that kind of grape varietal that makes sweet wines, it makes sparkling wines, it makes dry wines, it makes semi-sweet wines. This is a dry wine. And this is a white wine that is produced in a still method, and this was fermented in a stainless steel tank and matured in the stainless steel tank for us to retain the freshness. It therefore is a very fresh, refreshing white wine. It's soft. This is the kind of white wine that would allow somebody who is new to consuming wine accept or appreciate white wines. It doesn't come off with like a very strong acidity. It's just a really well balanced wine. The acidity is balanced, the alcohol is balanced, and it's got that fruit that makes it much more pleasurable. And when you're drinking the Chenin Blanc, you want to think of anything alongside your apple, pineapple, peach. You want to think a passion fruit. So it's the kind of wine that is great for summer. When you serve it chilled, you have to serve it chilled. This one, there is no way you can serve it at room temperature or hot, because you're just going to take away that expression of this wine, the true expression of this beautiful wine. And when we serve a Chenin Blanc, we want to serve it at least somewhere around 7 degrees Celsius. I would recommend that if you want to serve it at the appropriate temperature, or at least closer to appropriate. The only thing you can do is that you can put it in the fridge 30 minutes before you plan on drinking it. And when you're done with serving the wine, put an ice bucket on the table and put some ice in it and put the wine in there, because this is the kind of wine that we want to always drink chilled, cold. We must be careful though when it comes to over chilling our wines, because when we over chill wine, or when we serve it at an inappropriate temperature, we sort of make the flavors, the fruits of the wine disappear, and then we allow the alcohol, and in red wines the tannins, to take the front row, and that's not what you want. Yes, we want to taste the alcohol, we want the alcohol in our bodies, but we don't want that to be the only thing that we get the first time we actually take that first sip. So as much as we love Chenin Blanc, and everybody's just so excited about Chenin Blanc, it's the kind of wine that would go perfectly with your white meats, white meats, we think anything tacky. We can also enjoy it with some lamb. We can enjoy it with a wider range of seafood dishes, right? We can also enjoy it with some salads. We can enjoy it with some vegetables. So however you enjoy your Chenin Blanc is totally up to you. It's either you love it or you hate it. So I think that's it about the Chenin Blanc. And then I've got like a very exciting wine, the third wine that I'm going to talk about today. This is an unusual sweet red. This is the Siwela sweet red. So this is the kind of wine that everybody always gets so surprised about, because people, when they hear the name sweet, they kind of think, it's one of those sweet reds, I don't like it. But the very same people, whenever they get to taste this wine, they actually get to enjoy it. And there's a reason for that. This is the wine that was made in the method that the wine was completely blended, was completely fermented, blended, because it's the same blend as the red blend. But then afterwards, to give it that little bit of sweetness, it was blended with grape concentrate. And that is why this wine sort of offers a bit of both. So when you drink it, you experience that dryness that the wine has, and then you also experience that little bit of sweetness that the wine delivers. It's actually, the balance between sweet and red wine and dry wines. And this is something that works perfectly for a lot of people that are just in between getting to learn about wine, getting to enjoy wine, or simply somebody who's just trying to enjoy something different. And you want to also serve it chilled. I would recommend that you serve it at the same temperature as the white wines. But if you are somebody who just rather want to enjoy wine and enjoy the sweetness that comes with this beautiful wine, you can serve it as the same as the red blend. So when you serve it chilled as a white wine, it sort of always takes away that sweetness, and then it comes off as a really well-balanced, dry sort of wine that has a sweet ending. So it's just one of those, forever surprising wines. So a lot happens. A lot happens in your mouth as you enjoy this beautiful sweet red wine. So what I love about it is, if you're hosting people and you just don't know who would love, if everybody would love the two wines that you have, you can always introduce this. This will come as the middle wine. So it's either the person loves red wine, or they love white wine, or they just don't love any of the two. So this would be the one that would be best for them, the Siwela sweet red blend. So it's the one that what's the word? Never mind. It's the fight stopper. That's what I was looking for. So and you want to enjoy the sweet red with obviously sweet reds are always, sweet wines are always seen as dessert wines, and there's a reason for that, is because sweetness and the sweetness of the food and the sweetness of the wine are one way in which we can combine these two beautiful things together. But that's not it. It's not only about matching the sweetness of wine and the sweetness of the food, but of course we can enjoy it with sweeter dishes. You can try something like your malva pudding, or even some chocolate cake. So that's how you want to enjoy it, balancing the sweetness of the wine with that of the cake, of the food. And then we can also serve it with some spicy dishes. So sweetness goes very well with spice, that spiciness. And you can always look for dishes like, I think if you're cooking some lamb curry, that would be the perfect dish for me that I can think of right now. But there are many other spicy dishes out there that I can think of. My favorite thing to pair this would be spicy pork trotters. That would be fantastic for me. I don't know about you, but that's what I'll choose. So anyways, what else did I miss? Never pair a sweet wine with a very high alcohol wines, because you're gonna have an explosion. So everything is just gonna taste so, it's just gonna be so hot. So you don't want to do that, right? So all these three wines are what I've chosen to share with you, how you can use them to make your Christmas an extra special event. So if you really love this content, please do subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to come back with many other things to talk about wine, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. And also you can visit our website www.siwelawines.co.za. Buy some wine, buy something. There's a lot of things you can buy from the website. You can also connect with us on all social media platforms at Siwela Wines. And once again, Merry Christmas. Thank you.